ओम महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्।
Namaste. Today we are going to talk about the major trends in the world which are going to break off in the next 20 years. All these trends will be very useful to you. First of all, most of the people try to blame astrologers. They simply say, I am not an astrologer, so do not ask me. They say, I am not a person who can predict the future. But future can be predicted provided you know the trends which are breaking across. The first and the most important trend breaking is the end of money. The end of money does not mean the money is going to disappear. The physical money is going to disappear, which means no more there will be coin and notes. There will be digital money which will be available, which people will try to transact that digital money everywhere. Now, for example, there won't be any kind of exchange. It will be all done through a payment gateway of different modes. For example, you have Paytm today, PayUmoney, MobiKwik. These are different things which will evolve, where even if you go to a tea shop and try to pay 50 rupees or 100 rupees for a tea, you would be able to transfer that money. No longer the physical money will be available. It will be a major change which will be coming in the 20 years. In fact, everything will be definitely a digital money. You will find it very difficult to transact money itself. In fact, future you will have a museum which tells humanity has used these kinds of note, these kind of coins across. The spillover effect of it is the banking industry will undergo a massive change. The banking industry will go where you no longer will earn money through fixed deposit or through recurring deposit. All those banking instruments which we use will slowly get deleted. For example, checks will get deleted. For example, draft will get deleted. Lot of these things will get deleted across into daily living. The problem with many people is they are not aware, and many people are trying to work in the bank. Remember, in the next 10 years of your time, your banking industry will undergo a massive change. You will have job losses, job cut, where bank will be only an instrument of lending, and no longer you would be able to deposit the money in the banks and make money out of interest. You need to use financial instruments like stock market, mutual funds, gold, ETF. All that thing will be happening across. The third one is all the payments will get digital. For example, standing in the queue, electricity bill, any bill you would be able to pay digital, where the entire train booking, flight booking, anywhere where you are standing in the queue, where you need a receipt, everything will become digital. Right now it's a cinema theater, but slowly it will come into electricity, housing, every aspect of your life where you will be able to pay only through digital. For example, school fees, for example, house rent, all that thing will undergo a massive change. So the color of money is changing. It has become electric, it has become electronic, where you no longer use coins and notes to pay. Even small transactions will be paid only through the digital medium. So banks will disappear, the mutual funds houses, the financial houses will become big, and people will be learning. The second most important destructive force is the end of the education, the beginning of new era of education. Earlier you had the CBSE board, you had the ICSE board, you had the many boards across. All these boards will become defunct. In fact, the entire education system will become global. You will be able to get a degree both online. Most of the degrees would be online. You would be getting degrees from America, Australia, England, New Zealand, anywhere you wish. you will be able to get a degree. You will also be able to train any kind of skill. For example, you want to learn dancing, poetry, music, anything, you would be able to learn from that. Plus, you would be able to learn also the many aspects of what you call, suppose the company talks about a corporate program, management program, all that will become digital. You will no longer be employed based on your degree, but based on your skill ability. For example, what are the skill abilities you have and how it will be used. That will be the major thing which will be there than anything else. So do not get lost in the idea of putting your words in the schools, colleges, and it will all become digital, where you can study from the house at your leisure. You would be able to read in your pace. Everything will go. It will not only be Byju's app, there will be millions of apps, and there will be millions of YouTube videos where you can learn everything online. And also there will be tests which will be conducted, and you would go into the act of using the test. The third thing is the form of democracy will change. You no longer need ballot papers, you no longer need the ballot thing. All you need is to do is an ID, create an ID, go inside, and you will be able to vote. You will be able to vote for your municipal election, Lok Sabha election, any kind of election across the globe. It will be like an opinion poll where you can cast your vote, use your ID, and do it across. This is a very important step. The fourth most important change what people will be having is all your identification will be digital. You no longer need to carry your passport, your what you call ID card or any card. It will be digital, and people will be able to access all your information about your past, present using these digital transactions, both your bank, your what you call online money transactions, or whatever you do, you will have your data will be there, and people will be given a digital certificate where they can use it across. Now this is going to be a major thing. The fourth thing is the evolution of cameras will happen in such a manner that you will have cameras everywhere. You will have cameras inside the house, outside the house. You would have cameras in the flat, cameras in the road. You will get recorded about everything and anything in the future. The other most important thing is the evolution of the cell phone, where you will have 5 TB cell phones, a small cell phone. You will be able to have 5 TB, and you will have huge kind of what you call it, like for example 20 gigabytes. The speed will increase a lot. Whatever you are seeing, it will increase almost 100 times in the coming 20 years. It is going to, mobile is going to be the major instrument, where you would be able to watch videos, see it, and all things connected with mobile would undergo a massive change. The other most important thing is that of the travel industry would undergo a huge change. The leisure travel will increase, the regular business travel will cut down, and people will more and more move on to what you call video conferencing, Zoom conferencing. All that will happen. Suppose you are having an office, and the office, all of you will be expected to come into the conference and will be able to contribute towards that. And the other most important thing is the office hierarchy will get broken. Most of the structures will become flat or little wavy, and each vertical will be able to connect. And also you will have connection, like many people will work in different parts of India, and they will be connected with Zoom or some kind of a technique app which will help them to work. So you will have the what you call it, the internet connection becoming stronger. So if you are in this thing, like many people work in different parts of Madras, but they connect with a common app. In the same way, they will get connected with the what you call all India, all global. The other most important thing is you will also have what you call it as lot of part-time workers which will be happening. There will be no permanent working. You hire people, hire a team, and then you release it across. That will be the future model of business. It won't be like this or like that. It will be a hire and fire basis. The corporation will undergo change. It won't be like you're telling people that, okay, I'm going to work for next 20 years, 30 years. there won't be any kind of permanency as far as the job is concerned. So job cuts will be very, very natural, and many people will find it very, very difficult to accept that these kind of instability will be happening. You will also be born in one country, travel to many countries, you will get educated in many countries, and you will get married to many countries. For example, a guy can be born in India, he might grow up in UK, and then he might study in Azerbaijan, and then he can have a job in New Zealand, he can get married to a Italian, and he might have his children in New York City. So the globe is going to be like a village where people will crisscross the globe a lot. So in that sense, travel industry will increase and national identity will get erased. Many people, you cannot come to a conclusion what kind of nationality you are as a person. That is going to change a lot with people, and many people will not have a national identity. It will be a multinational identity. Imagine an Indian woman getting married to a Jewish man, and she's having a what you call Negro mother, daughter-in-law, and she's having a what you call it as a white women father and mother-in-law. Like that, interracial marriage will increase, and also love marriage will increase, and all types of marriage will increase. So please understand this. And anyway, I saw one lady getting married to a dog. People will love dogs in the future so much that most of the people having kids will become a big issue, and people will try to have a lot of problem with regard to that. IVF will become a norm, and many people will go into artificial insemination like the bull and the cow, and they will not find it very, very easy to inseminate, impregnate, and there will be a lot of problem will be there. So please understand, this will be a big model shift which will be happening, and many people will choose career and money over the family. You will see people getting married and living at two different parts of the continent, two different parts of the state, two different parts of the city, and they would probably meet in the weekend. So people will be very, very interested. What you call, women will choose their career before the marriage, and also they would like to keep their career and money strong. This will undergo a massive shift. Earlier it was not like that, but then this will undergo a massive shift. And the other one is, you will also have a lot of adoption which will be happening. Lot of people will adopt children, and adoption will be a very, very common thing across. So please don't misunderstand me if I tell you this particular thing. So the part 2 of the video, what all the other trends will come for you. Please do take care, and this is Gopalakrishnan signing off. You like us, subscribe and click the bell icon. You will get a lot of useful update which will be very, very helpful for your life. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, and may you do well in your life. Namaste friends. Today I'll be talking about you the sadhana of loving kindness, the sadhana of metta, which is well published in the Buddhism, and also which is well developed in Christianity, and also which is written in so many words. For example, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavadu, Sarvesham Pushtir Bhavadu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavadu is the what you call the core essence of Metta Sadhana, and also Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu is the core of the Metta Sadhana. If you want to practice Metta Sadhana, the way of the Bodhicitta, the last chapter, dedication, if you go on reading it again and again, now your heart chakra will open up, and you will be able to treat a lot of people with lot of kindness. It is written by the great Shanti Deva. It is called the Bodhicitta Rayana, and it is in fact promoted by the great Dalai Lama everywhere. When I got the book, I felt it was like a reverence. It is like a treasure. If somebody even would have given me Mercedes Benz, I wouldn't have liked it. I felt this was a solution to me. And of course, in Christianity, the prayer of Francis Assisi, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is despair, hope, where there is doubt, faith. Oh Divine Master, grant me that I might not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in loving that we are loved. It is in dying that we are born to a greater self. Now this you can practice. I have practiced all these prayers a number of times. I have chanted 1,000 times, 10,000 times, lakhs of times I have chanted. Now when you get very angry with somebody, when you get very upset with somebody, you can do this. I have used it to resolve my family life. My father and mother used to fight a lot, and I found it very, very difficult to manage them across. When I started reading this Bodhicitta, my father came and asked, he said, where did you get this book? It really touched him a lot. And also I have applied this with psychiatric people. When they are very disturbed, when you do the sadhana, the mind becomes very peaceful. There was another thing. There was a guy who caught hold of my shirt in a bank, unknown guy, and who picked up a fight, who came to hit me. And I did this branch of SSC prayer. He came back and he told me, sorry for whatever I did. Now that is the power of sadhana. You don't have any enemies in your life. Your enemies will come down to the point that you start loving the world. The flip side of the metta sadhana is you do prayers for everybody. Every day when you sit down your prayers, you don't think how I am going to get enlightened. You think that may the world be healthy, how do I chant? When the world be peaceful, how do I chant? For example, we did for COVID prayer, we did the prayers for that. So there is an element of selflessness which comes across in this prayer for the sake of the world, not because you benefit. In fact, there is a thing called 8 points on mind training. Now in that they talk about, I accept the defeat and offer victory to others. It requires a huge thing. I taught it to one lady by name. She did miracles. Somebody called her and abused her. She did the metta sadhana. After few days, the man was forced to come and ask sorry because there were so many wrong things happening in his life. I taught it to one of my students whose mother was very, very skeptical. Her mother came back and I said, I really love you. I'm sorry for what you've done. That is the power of metta sadhana. The higher power of the metta sadhana is the sacred heart. Your heart blooms and you take the pain and suffering of people and you give back all the goodness to the people. That is a sadhana. You end up in the place, and that was a sadhana perfected by Jesus Christ. So if you're going to be an avatar, if you're going to be what you call it, the boy who is going to finishing with the gold medal, you're going to have this sadhana, you're going to perfect this sadhana. That is, you take all the sins of others and you bless them with all the goodness. It is called giving and receiving in the Tibetan Buddhism. And that sadhana requires immense guts, because you're going to take somebody's sin. You can have a lot of karmic churning, you can have a karmic disturbance across a person. In fact, the higher dimension of this sadhana is the chodh, where you give all the goodness to the lower spirits and allow the lower spirits to take on all the goodness with you. The great Milarepa practiced this sadhana. He will go down and tell all the spirits who come to attack him, eat my bones, eat my flesh, but may you become Bodhicitta and all the thing will disappear. So this is a very, very, very important sadhana. If you are going to become an avatar, you need loving kindness. All the greatest miracles in the world was done out of loving kindness. Imagine the Adi Shankara, he saw a lady who was poor, sick, who did not have any money. His compassion broke open and he blessed her with divine abundance. That is the power. All great siddhis opens up with this sadhana, and it has to be done very regularly. It is called the sadhana on loving kindness, metta sadhana. We teach it to people if you want, but also you can use this sadhana in person if you want to practice it all alone. And I would be talking about a series of sadhanas, how to go about it and the different stages. And remember, these are all my practical experience. I have combined many tradition across so that may all beings be benefited. So there are 3 levels to it. The first is the loving kindness. The second one is taking the sin of others. Third one is praying for the world. Even you will come to the point of eating your food and simple say, I want to eat good food because I want to have a long life, because I want to get enlightened fast. May all these beings are suffering in samsara in different ways and different levels. May I be the boat. May I get enlightened finally. It is called in the Buddhism, it's called the Mahayana. So this sadhana will take you to great heights. Even if you don't perfect any sadhana, just do this sadhana, you will definitely get enlightened. I wish you all the best and my words be helpful to you. May I be the light to you in many, many ways. Thank you so much. Namaste. This is your astrologer Gopalakrishnan or Guru Krishnan speaking to you. Today I will talk about remedial measure with regard to the work. There is a woman who came to me and told, sir, my son is finishing the degree. Would you be kind enough to do the remedial measure for the proper placement of his work? I told, yes ma, from Saturn 10th Lord and also from the Bhukti 10th Lord you do, the person will be able to get a proper work in time. Basically, the person was done 90 days remedies before he got his results, and he passed through the result. He got into a very good placement. He got placed in a well-placed job in a multinational company, namely Wipro. So basically, when you do remedial measures, you can do right at the start of the career, that is for getting a good job. There is a lady by name Shreya. She wanted to do remedies with us. She wanted to, she was doing the remedy to be able to hold on to the job. We did the remedy just for 1 month a year. She has already crossed 2 years where she has worked and she is very, very successful with the job. So, for holding on to a job also, you can do the remedy. Third one is, there is a person by name Krishnan. He came to me and he told, sir, my boss is giving me all kinds of trouble. I find it very difficult. I am very, very upset. I want to change the job. What would you advise on that? I said, you do the Chatru Puja against your job, against your manager, you will be able to overcome it. The point is, the man did the puja, there was an up and down swing, and ultimately the boss got transferred and this man was able to hold on to the job. This is also a very, very important remedial measure, winning over enemies. Many people have problem in the work area because they are inimical to bosses. They are inimical. There are a lot of people who are enmity. It is called as Gupta Chatru. The Chatru who are very subtle, who are very quiet, who does not allow you to become very, very successful. Therefore, if you do remedies for all these things, you would be able to win over the enemies. The other thing is, there was a person who wanted to apply for CFO job. He was trying to take a jump. He was finding it very, very difficult to get the interview. He did the pujas and homa with us for 150 days continuously. In fact, he did close to 180 days. The person got 4 offers for CFO and he took the offer in Gujarat and he got transferred. So this is also another example of people that are wanting promotion. Some people, what happens, they lose the job in between. They are jobless for 6 to 8 months. They do not know what to do. Therefore, they will have to do the remedial measure. We ask them to do the remedial measure with us, and most of them will get jobs, interviews, and they would be able to carry forward with regard to their career. And some very rich people want momentous growth, want steroidal growth. For example, there was a builder who wanted to have a huge amount of growth. So I told you, do 16 homams of Mahalakshmi, you would be able to win over it very, very easily. He did 16 homams and there was a lot of money who came inside and he was quite successful. Therefore, for generation of the interview, completion of the interview, for example, many people call us at the time of the interview and ask us whether the interview will become successful. We do the remedial measure, invariably they become successful in that. And also some people tend to take courses during their employment. We do the particular type of remedial measure which will help them to complete the courses. Actually, you grow faster than others, you develop more than others when you do remedial measures with regard to your work. Keep watching the video, it will be lot more helpful to you. Thank you. Namaste. This is your astrologer KB Gopalakrishnan or Guru Krishnan speaking to you. We will be talking about, today I will be talking about the subject of education and remedial measure. Many people ask me, can you do remedial measure for education? The answer is a clear resounding yes. We can do the puja for Saraswati, we can do the homa for Saraswati. It is called as the Meda Sukta Homam or puja, which can produce a lot of good impact into a person's life. If Mercury is associated with Rahu Ketu, we can do the Sarpasanti puja to release all the difficulties with regard to the education, or we can do it for the 4th Lord and the 9th Lord in terms of education to produce very good results for the people. Very, very important thing, education, you can do it for 10th standard, 12th standard, college, or before the, if somebody has an arrears, you can do the remedial measure. There was a lady and a husband who came to me. They told, my son is having a lot of difficulty. He is having 13 paper arrears. We do not know whether the guy will complete it across as a person. The point is, they lighted the lamp and they did the remedial measure with us. The boy actually completed all the 12 arrears and he was able to finish the degree on correct time. There was a friend of mine who was having a 16 paper arrears in MBA and he didn't know how he was going to pass. I told him to go to a particular temple and meet a particular Baba. He was able to pass through all the 16 papers in flying colors. Therefore, if you have arrears, we are the best solution in terms of doing the remedies. There are many people who want to do IAS, IPS, GATE, SAT exam, GMAT exam. All you need to do is around 4 to 5 months of remedy. For the entrance examination, you will be able to see very good results for you as a person. But as far as the doctor is concerned, we have a problem. We do not promise for the doctors. We say you might get a doctor's seat, but not in the government medical colleges, maybe in the private medical colleges, maybe outside India, you will be able to study for the doctor education. The other most important thing is, certain people want to do the remedial measure for 10th or 12th, we do it across for them as a person. There was a man by name Venkatesh. He gave us for the 10th standard of the child. We did from January, February, December, 3 months we did it. The girl came out of flying colors, she got more than 90. There was a lady who had a very, very difficult time in making a child pass. We did the remedial measure, the child scraped through the 10th across as a person. The same way it can be done for 12th also. Some people want to do for IIT. We tell them you will have to do for the entire year to produce the very good result. Some people want to do for IAS. We do for prelims, we do for the main, and we also do for the interview. It is a combination of homam and puja which will be done across for the person. Therefore, we have a variety of remedial measure. We have seen huge number of success. There is a boy who wanted to study in UK, wanted to get in good college. We did the remedial measure. The boy went through into a very good college and he became very, very successful across as a person. Therefore, choosing the college, also we help them. There was somebody, we call it as Rashmi party. Rashmi's party is there as a person, and she was applying for different colleges in USA. We did the puja for her and the homam. The girl actually got very good results, and she chose some kind of a elite colleges which she got through as a person. Therefore, you have to understand, this is all an experience remedy. We can help you a lot in terms of your child's education and help them to have a better time. Thank you so much. Do share the video. Namaste. Namaste. This is your astrologer Gopalakrishnan or Guru Krishnan speaking. In Adesh RPO, we have the unique distinction of doing remedies for people who want to do IVF. Not many people, not many astrologer is competent to do the remedies basically for the IVF problem. Now, basically what we do, we divide into 5 things. Post IVF, that is people who have done IVF, but the doctor says the womb cannot stay or they have a problem. We do the remedial measure. We help them to sustain the womb and it helps us to deliver easily. The second thing is the beginning of the IVF to improve the circulation of the what you call, or the potency of the sperm, the motility of the sperm. We can do the remedies. The other important thing is we can also do the remedies for the eggs, the what you call it as the improvement in the quality of eggs or in the quantity of eggs. Then also we do the remedies during the removal of the sperm and the egg, and also the zygote formation. The third one is the what you call it as the placement of the egg into the womb of the women or the uterus of the women, and we have done the remedies. For example, somebody in America wanted to do IVF, we had done that. Somebody in Australia wanted to do IVF, we had done that, and we have had a reasonable amount of success with the IVF. It has to be divided into 5 parts, basically improving the sperm quality, egg quality, removing the egg and the sperm, the zygote formation and the egg implantation, and also the post IVF. Actually, it helps them to have the child. We have to do the combination of puja, homa, abhisheka, and we have to do it along with the sarpashanti, which will help us across. We also help them to align the good day, and also you can ask us using the horoscope whether you'll have a natural child or you are meant to have an adopted child. Both you can take a consultation with us. We have also had a huge success. This I really wanted to tell you. There was a person in the IDFC bank actually come to us. His name was Manish. He still works as a manager in IDFC bank. The problem was his wife had 2 IVF. It was a big failure. She wanted to continue the IVF in Morpheus. There's a particular institution in Chennai. We told her, don't try to conceive in Chennai. Go to your native place. Don't take money from your mother. Try to take the money from the father-in-law. The other point of it is, we also told her that you try to conceive it nearby the hospital of your father-in-law. They conceived and they had a baby child, twin child, and also we also taught her how to keep the castor oil pack, which improved her quality of eggs and all that thing. Actually, the man was very, very ungrateful, Manish, just like a corporate villain. He told, oh, nothing, whatever you told has helped and all that. It's all bloody big lies. People take our help, people take our advice, and many times they try to deny it by simply telling, oh, nothing has happened. This we have seen in our profession, which is part of it. So remember, you have to find out whether you can have the conception in the same place you live, the outside you live, whether the money has to come from your in-law side or from your side, and also we do the remedial measure. Definitely you can have the child. And also our success rate is much, much higher than IVF. IVF is normally 40% only success rate. Ours is a huge success. You can always rely on us. So any doubts, inquiries and problem with regard to the IVF, definitely you can call us. We'd be glad to help you, and also you can do the remedies which will help you to have a healthy, natural baby. Thank you so much. Keep watching the videos. If you're happy, do share it. Thank you. Namaste. Today I am going to speak basically about the fake yogis in terms of Tamil Nadu, who have claimed themselves to be enlightened but who do not know even the advanced yoga of whatever has been taught across. There are 5 people whom I considered the legendary yoga people. The first one was the Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram. The man was amazing. He lived 100 years. He was the pioneer in finding out the yoga postures. It was earlier there in the scriptures. He codified it. He translated it. He made a photographic of all the yoga postures. He taught it to a lot of people, including the Maharaja of Mysore. He lived in Mysore. was a well versed person in the 6 philosophies of India: Nayana, Sankhya, Tantra, Yoga, and in fact, his guru wanted him to become a Jiyar. Unfortunately, he refused to become a Jiyar, though he was a very well educated man. He could speak Sanskrit so well across. Now, Mr. Jaggi Vasudev and Nityananda, if you see, they cannot do any of the advanced postures. For example, I will challenge Jaggi Vasudev to do the Vishwamitra Asana. I challenge Jaggi Vasudev and Nityananda, whatever teaching yoga they are doing, I challenge them to do the Purna Dhanurasana. Now, it is not possible for them. They can't even do a Sirasasana. Such is the low quality way of doing things, and these people claim themselves to be enlightened, God, and they promote as if they are promoting yoga. The root of this entire thing started with Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram. Now, I have nothing against Nityananda or this man talking about Jaggi Vasudev talking about yoga. But don't try to fool people as if you are enlightened. You can't even do basic asanas. I'm talking about the advanced asana. Can you do Mayurasana? I challenge you openly. You cannot. So stop trying to fib with everybody as if you are knowing and you have all the answers. Stop trying to be Osho number 2. The second man who was pivotal in promoting the yoga, he is also from Mysore. The man is B.K.S. Iyengar. He used a lot of props. He made simplified yoga which was useful to a lot of people. In fact, he became so legendary. All these people lived for more than 90-95 years. Even at their age of 80, 90, they were able to do their yogasana.
Bhuja Pidasana. Bhuja means shoulder, Pida means pressurizing and balancing. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika they say, Kuryat tad asanam sthairyam arogyam anga laghavam. Vishwamitrasana.
Now, Jaggi Vasudev cannot do any asana, so he is promoting Veerabhadrasana. Veerabhadrasana is a very, very simple asana. Any idiot can do. Now, Jaggi, please stop fooling people. It is the same thing what you do with environment, planting trees, making the rivers. You also do not know about yoga. You are half-baked. You have ran away and come from there. That is the main reason. Now you take the video. We are putting the video. You see the video of B.K.S. Iyengar. You see the video of Krishnamachari Yoga Mandiram. They are amazing, man. Even at the age of 90, they are able to do the yogasana. They never claim to be enlightened. The third man who was very, very pivotal in that thing is doing is Patabi Josh. The man talked about Viniyoga. He connected the yoga with the breath. He said, as you do the yoga postures, you would be able to do that.
Utthita hasta padangushtasana. Ekam. Inhale, straight. Straight. Straight knees. Dve. 1, 2,
3. Inhale, head up. Chatvari, exhale. Right knees. 1, 2, 3. Pancha, inhale. Inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, head up, inhale. Ashto, take it to your hands. Tight, tight. Take both hands here. Tight it. No. Here. Tight it. Don't leave it. Exhale, inhale. Yes? Slowly. 3 times. Deep breathing. After slowly come. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Ekam. Inhale. Take back your hands. Right. Dve. Exhale. Clear the feet. Head up. Again inhale. Trini. Exhale now. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. 3. Chatvari. Inhale. Exhale. Pancha. Inhale. Come up. Slowly. Shut. Leave it.
Are you teaching that? Are you telling people you have taken, you have stolen from all these people? Jaggi Vasudeva and Nityananda, they are talking about rope yoga. Please don't believe that. They simply wear a garva or maybe have a long beard. They start having a different kind of hair duos and they cannot do. Can you do Sirasasana, Nityananda? I am challenging you openly. Can you do that? Can you do this Vishwamitra Asana? No, you cannot. All these so-called yoga teachers who promote make money cannot do advanced asana. But if you cannot do that, why do you claim to be a yogis? It is all bloody lies. They all take the camera from the long angle because if they show in the close angle, they know their students cannot do. The students will be struggling with the postures. Simply keep a big statue, use the video setting to promote it. That is what Jaggi Vasudeva is doing. The fourth most important man who contributed in this is Collins. What is his name? Bob Collins, the genius of stretching. He said, if you do the stretching with the resistance, you would be able to open up the organs. He has trained Olympic athletes. People have won the medals. He has come in the Winfrey Oprah show.
Hi everybody, welcome to a resistance flexibility class. We're going to do 16 kinds of stretches a day, 8 for your lower body, 8 for your upper body. We're going to work on muscle groups on the outside of your legs. Let's try this, everybody. So these muscle groups on the outside of the legs, you're now in a position that elongates them, so we need to stretch them. We need to contract them to get a stretch. So if you keep pushing down with both of your legs into the ground, you'll contract those muscles that have been stretched in this pose. These muscles are for the gallbladder in Chinese medicine and in genetic personality type theories associated with making better decisions and being more devotional. That's great. Let's try it on the other side. Hard into the ground with your hands. Push the ground away from you. As you step up the wall, and as you go up onto the wall, kick against the wall to contract the muscles on the front of your body that you're stretching. Leave your head up and arched. And as you do that, your arms will externally rotate. They'll rotate this way. Your elbows will come towards each other and come on back down. Your front leg. Right. So you'll be lunged into your front leg. And while you're lunged here, I need you to kick your back knee up towards your chest. Kick your leg against the wall. And as you do that, push your body back with your front leg. That will stretch out the muscle on the front side of your thigh. Let's try that again. Slow up, Bonnie. Push against the wall. Keep pushing. Keep kicking your knee up towards your chest. And you'll get a stretch right here, and it will start to come right up the front of your body. Let's try one more on that side. These are associated with the stomach meridian in Chinese medicine and in genetic personality type theories associated with sobriety and self-expression. Let's try the other side.
Sure. Such is the level of man. Some of the world's biggest athletes got trained with that guy. He is able to connect the postures with the meridians because he has worked hard. He has worked hard in that field for 20, 25 years. He doesn't claim to be enlightened to promote yoga. You are just promoting yoga. You are a yoga teacher, Jaggi Vasudev, Nityananda. You have forgotten that. And you can't do yoga postures possibly. That's why you get bored and you try to drive the bike and you try to play all your dream fantasy in younger days. What you have not been able to do because you do not have money, you are fantasizing by coming in the bike and all that. That is your personal issue. It's okay. There is nothing wrong. So I request people to go through this and I will show you the last clipping of Yogaraj. Amazing backbending stretches. I have never seen that thing in my life of a man able to do such amazing stretches. Backbending stretches. Genius. No wonder his name is Yogaraj. I can openly say I am a fan of his for his ability to do such complex yoga postures. Nothing uncalibered, unnecessary way of projecting itself for just doing yoga and making money and looting people of 6 lakhs. I have no problem in these guys charging. It's okay, you charge accordingly. Your customers you are able to charge. There is Bihar school of yoga. Satyananda Saraswati, towards his last period of life, for 4 years he did Panchagni Vidya. He never had any controversies in his life. He was a man who put the textbook on yoga. And in Alier Dam they teach you. Yoga classes they teach you. So therefore, all these claim that you are enlightened, you are this and that, is all fake. You see the Yogaraj video, you will know what that guy caliber is all about. You see the Ben Collins, genius of stretching. They had record. They are very successful. These people teach simple yoga and claim that they are enlightened. They are like yogi. Nonsense. You cannot talk about any scriptures, Jaggi Vasev. Can you talk about Ashtavakra Gita? Can you talk about Vashishta Samhita where he talks about the Advaita principle to the Lord Ram? No, you are not studied, you are not educated. The problem is spiritually uneducated people in India can claim to be enlightened, put pyramids, build some statue and claim that they are already enlightened. Just because you talk in a low voice, in a soft voice, it does not mean that all these claims of a Mahayogi and all that thing is all absolute rubbish. There are people, you have come from Mysore, so you have no idea about Krishnamacharya, Yogam, Mandiram, B.K.S. Iyengar, Pattabi Josh, nothing you know about it. So I request the people not to get carried over by all these fake claims. Just because they relax a muscle, it doesn't mean they are enlightened beings. All these people do not have the original thing in the tradition. Because they cannot talk about the original text of Advaita. Because they have never read. Can you read Sanskrit very well? No, you cannot. The problem with these people is they tend to imitate corporate people and they believe these corporate people are everything. Jaggi Vasudev, just like that you do not know about yoga, you also do not know about Indian spirituality. Can you name 10 tantric books which was written by the Shaivite principle? Can you tell me where the Rudram has come from? There is no idea. The point is, it was all a claim that you are enlightened, you are there, you are this, and all that particular thing. So stop fooling people. People also should not get fooled. All these people are legendary. They have contributed to the science of yoga. And they have really worked, including Baba Ramdev. Ramdev, I will not oppose him because he is able to do the asana. He shows the asana to people. He sleeps in the floor. He is not very money minded. He is not thinking how to make more money, how to buy an helicopter. The Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about simplicity, aparigraha. It says, please do not take the wealth of the others. It is just sheer exploitation of the innocence of the people. Nothing else. Just like you have no idea, Jaggi Vasudev and Nityananda, about the environmental issue or about the great tradition of India, it is just all these gas is being left over. Do you teach from Garuda Samhita? Do you teach from Siva Samhita? No, you have no idea that yoga is being talked about in all these books. So please, people, don't believe that. We are putting a clipping just to make you understand about these great people, not these liars and cheats and fools who try to make a lot of money using the innocence of people. Thank you.